Testing. Okay. Oh, Windows has turned this down again. Hello, people. Hello. How are things in the world? What's the name of the terrible terminal program? I mean, it's not terrible relative to something written by Microsoft, but it still makes me sad. How is Git for Windows 110 megabytes? Like what? Did I see Microsoft's Windows Terminal apology? No. Is it about how Joe Rogan's a bad person? We admit this feature began with a kerfluffle we caused in the summer 2021 when confronted with being told our rendering pipeline turned inward. We relied on our existing experiences and we leaned heavily on our partner team's work to conclude the direct write was the best fit. We were wrong. As such, we dedicate this experimental renderer to the community as an olive branch. We know we have so much more to learn. I mean, okay, on the one hand, good for them. Okay. Let me just say where I'm coming from here. On the one hand, I did not expect this from them. However, the person who really needed to post this was like Leonard Hecker, the guy who was a total dick to Casey, right? Like he should have signed on this. But, okay, still, this is pretty good. However, okay, this is also, this is like, I'm trying to explain what I don't, the language in this paragraph, especially as it goes later on, is the like newbie learning to program posting on Stack Overflow or a mailing list kind of energy. It's not we're Microsoft and we fucking run the universe of software energy, right? So this whole like make this an experience we can learn from, and like what's like we know we have so much more to learn. Like that's a dude who got in an argument with someone on a mailing list. That's not like fucking Microsoft, right? Like I want to see, so, and the difference is if you're just like some dude who's learning to program, no, I don't think it's non-apologetic. I do think this is apologetic, right? What I don't think it is, okay, there's two things we need, and this gives one of them, right? The thing that this gives us is like reassurance that this team at Microsoft, at least, wants to be reality based and wants to be both oriented toward product quality and good relationships with competent programmers. Like it's a social dimension. And they're making that motion here, and that's good, right? I mean, everybody should strive to do that. Well, maybe not everybody, but it's good, right? What this doesn't show is that they are stepping up with competence apropos of their position in the world of software. Do you know what I mean? So like, and that's what I care about more. Like if they were all total dicks, but they were fucking amazingly competent and put out software that made computers just awesome and was always making things better, I would put up with them being dicks, right? But this is like the opposite, right? This is like, oh, we're not going to be dicks. Okay, but what about the other part? You know what I'm saying? It's that other part that is what I really want. So, you know, it's not as reassuring to me as it could be. They go on to talk about Joe Rogan. That's just going to make me angry. I'm not even going to. Oh, but they actually don't. Okay, that was a joke. Let's show what the system specs are. Let's go to the actual system specs, right? Like, why isn't it? It's been so long since they released this disaster Windows UI. Isn't it time for them to do just a complete do-over now? Again, like they do every 8 years or whatever, and maybe not fuck it up this time. Oh, wait, this goes to this now? What? Since when does this go to there? Oh, I'm so sad. Check out the new Outer Wilds DLC. There's no text in it. I mean, the problem I had with the DLC that I played was not text. Do you mean the one that I played with like the RimWorld? It's not a RimWorld, but you know what I mean. Apparently the old control panel code is completely batshit and nobody knows how it works. That's fine. Rewrite it, but replace it with something that puts information on the screen and lets you do the things that you want to do. Like, holy fuck. RimWorld, I think, is a science fiction porno movie. So it just keeps going to here. I guess this is what we actually have right now to show. Anyway, 32 core processor. Are there VODs? There might be. I played it on stream. It was a while ago. It was like at least a few months ago that I played it. I did not finish because I got frustrated with it. But I did try to explain why I was frustrated with it. All right, I'm going to spend a second and put the blast shield back on this PC because I opened it up again today to put in another 2 terabyte M2 drive. So now if we go here, this is what came with it. And this is my new Daddy-O. So that should be enough space for a while, as long as I don't install Battlefield 2042. I will say this case is pretty easy to deal with, except for the annoying screws on the back. OS was installed July 2021. Yeah, so this PC is one that we bought back for the office to be like a build machine. And then we ended up closing the office. So we have another machine like this. So an exact copy of this machine minus the GPU is what is constantly building the compiler in the Sokoban game all the time to check for errors. Our other machine, which does like light map baking and stuff, is actually a slower machine, but we didn't want to destabilize. We're like debugging stuff with the light mapper right now, and it doesn't make that much sense to swap out the machine. And it was time for me to get a new personal machine. So I was like, I'll just get this older one that we bought for me. And then when it's time to upgrade the light map baker machine, we'll just get whatever is brand new at that time and drop it in for that. So that's the plan. How's St. Petersburg? I'm enjoying it. I really am. What would the salvation from operating system like Windows look like? Do I think Linux will get its act together? No. No, because the number one problem is the complexity of the operating system. And the number one thing driving that complexity is the idea of what an operating system is and is trying to do. What we need is an idea of an operating system that is radically simpler because it tries to take radically less responsibility over what's happening. And, you know, that probably starts with something like the thing that people know that is already an idea that's closest to that is probably something like a microkernel operating system, right? We need to go back to something like that, update it for the year 2030, and then build out from there. Isn't macOS based on a microkernel? I thought it was based on like FreeBSD or something. Like anything that has GPU drivers that you have to go through the kernel to talk to the GPU is not what I'm talking about. For example, am I hitting them curls? No, but I am trying to exercise a little bit. And I actually just this new building has a gym on the top floor, and I went up there and I did a little bit of exercises right before the stream, and I forgot that I'm wearing like a workout shirt. So good times. Good times. Let me plug in my laptop. I need an extension cord that goes over here, but I used my extension cord. I've got like a massive outdoor, like giant orange garden extension cord. I'll plug this in somewhere else. Got to get buff enough to arm wrestle Carmack. I've never tried to arm wrestle anyone. Like, except for when you're like a kid or whatever. I don't know if I would be good at arm wrestling. Probably not. How did I first get into contact dancing? I just randomly ended up at a class after a different dance thing that I was doing. Do I get FiOS down there? Yeah, that's what we're using right now. Our internet connection is pretty fast. Can we see Task Manager? We tried this last night, and the problem with Task Manager is that the Windows team was too busy writing that apology to make Task Manager update for modern CPUs. So like it won't do the graphs. Because it's obviously 32 cores is not enough CPU to draw 64 graphs. You just can't do it, right? It's just... I mean, Casey should just write a task manager that actually draws the graphs. Okay. Anyway, so I was just kind of going to get this PC set up a little bit. Interestingly, I'm moving the Sokoban repository to a new server. So I don't know if that's done. So I don't really want to download that right now. But we can set up the other softwares. Where's, oh yeah, like this. No. I never remember what the hell. Like almost all of this is useless. Except a little. That one is critical, right? This one is mandatory if you want to ship software. But like all this other stuff that comes checked. Like, oh my God. I guess we'll install that. And that. 13 gigabytes for a compiler, guys. People still run XP. No, that is the thing that you use in order to not require other installed dependencies when you distribute your executable. Anything newer than that, and you're fucked. Comes with an SDK for Windows. Oops. Am I moving servers to a co-location center in Florida? Our servers currently are in Texas, which seems good and central, and is also a freedom state. The newest one was way at the top of the list. That's fine. We could have more than one SDK. Okay, so while that's going, so Commander, I always have to set all the crap. Like, it's translucent background by default, which is fucking trash. Like it's way too translucent and it's not like blurred, so it creates eye strain by default because they want to show off that they're translucent. It's like, come on, guys, please. Please. All right. Appearance. Oh, we have to also fix the fucking piece of shit scroll bar. I have to do this every time, too. Like, that's one thing. If this were a Linux machine, I would just copy my config file that I would know where it is. Okay, let's hold on. I'm thinking about the scroll bar. Enhance progress. I don't even know what that means. Scroll bar, hide, show. Dynamic scroll bar range, no. All right, opacity. Is it called opacity or translucency? The transparency. Alpha transparency, opaque, please. All right. Did I try alacrity? No. Can save command or config files and import them. Yeah, but like that's extra work that I would have to stop and figure out. Any reason why not Windows Terminal? Is Windows Terminal not trash at this point? Like what? Okay. Define trash. Well, if it gets in the way of me trying to work, it's trash because old style consoles do not get in the way of me trying to work, right? If it has negative utility, even though it seems flashy, it's trash because it hurts you. You don't like using right click to copy. I don't either. Like that annoys me. If they maintained that for compatibility, I don't like that. Don't cat hundreds of gigs of text. Well, I mean, we'll try it maybe sometime, but for now we're here and we have to set up our keys, which is also really like, why don't they just have an area for like it's so weird. You have to go all the way down to here and all these macros are set and then you add some. Just like have a small window for like, these are your user settable macros that, all right. So we always do F7 and you have to like write frickin' Lua or something. And I always get it wrong. Print, oh, we have to double backslash, I think. Like, oh, this is in part. All right, and then F5 for okay. debug. And then F7, this is going to be on D. We don't have an image of it at all yet. All right, so F7, F5. Okay, those look fine. We're going to hope. Have I ever used any software that breaks when it's installed on a path with spaces? Lots of software breaks under those conditions. There's an export button right on the conemu settings. Let me see. Export. Conemu maximus. What? What is conemu maximus 5? Okay, whatever. But this is going to write out an XML file. And then how do I load it? Import. Okay. So we'll try that next time. A year from now when I don't remember that that's how you do it. Now install Fira Code as the font. Let's find out what font chat is trying to get me to install. No, we don't want weird ligatures. No, we don't. I don't think we want this. Is this a good... Is it an actual good-looking font is the question. Oh, we haven't installed Emacs yet, dude. How's this doing? Hold on, let's do WordPad, bro. All right. The M doesn't look good. I don't know. I don't know about this. I don't super like it, but I pretty much don't like any of the monospace fonts that I use. So programmingfonts.org. Let's see. Okay, is there a way that I can turn off the angry fruit salad so I can see what this actually looks like? Like I can't. Bottom left. Okay, that's like not quite enough highlighting, but okay. That's better though. The colors are really annoying now. Monokai is the colors. Oh, geez. When these defaults are all so bad. Oh my God, I'm dying here. Like, this is the thing about programmers, is they know how to give you lots of options, and like they're all bad. Okay, this is the least bad option so far. All right. Terrible. Ugh. Actually, this is not. Oh, man. So Anonymous Pro I've used for a while. I don't love it, but like... That one's kind of interesting. It's a little thick, THICC. But it actually looks okay. I don't like the arrow ligatures. No, what do people have with the arrow ligatures? Are these like Haskell people or something? Like ruins the font. I don't know. Like, the problem with monospace fonts is, you know, it's kind of impossible for them to look really good. So you got to take what you can get. This one isn't too bad. That one's not too bad. This one, it's not totally working. That's not too bad. See, now I'm not going to remember. Yeah, this is just... Let's control click on the ones that we like. This one's a little better. I can pin them, yeah. All right. We'll keep going. We don't need to look forever. Daddy time. Oh my God. Oh my God. GNU. Inconsolata I've used for a while, but it kind of rubs me the wrong way at a lot of font sizes. Inconsolata G, I don't know. Input. At some point, it's just a bunch of fonts, man. Is this like Soda Drinker Pro? Where's the Soda Drinker Pro font? Pro font? Oh my God. I'm kind of hungry. All right, I think we're going to go with one of these pinned ones. Liberation Mono. And Hermit. Hermit. I mean, it's very squat. Liberation Mono. It's also a little squat. We'll put it up here. All right. Boom. 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 So between Courier Prime, let's do 2x2s. Wasn't there like some website where you battle royale your fonts? I remember that was a thing. Okay, between these two, Liberation Mono is just better. Courier Prime, too much space between the lines. Bye. All right. Code New Roman versus Liberation Mono. I think the taller letters are just better. I think they're better for readability. And like on this one, the E's look very squished and weird. The A looks squished and weird. Although on this one, the arrows kind of suck, right? Like, look at that. Like the dash and the greater than are not on the same midline. Like, who does that? So this has better arrows, except they're not that good because there's a lot of space in them. Here, arrows kind of weird. This one's a little too boldy. It's a little too in my face. All right. I feel like Liberation Mono. We'll leave these. We'll try it out. I feel like we're gonna go Liberation Mono. You ended up with Fira Mono. Let's get that back here. Okay, so Fira Mono. Yeah, actually, honestly, that is better. The arrows are better, and like the brackets are better. The 0 has a dot in it for some reason because it's 1982. All right, we're gonna go with this, which is what we started at. Why am I looking at GitHub? I want to download a font file. I don't care about GitHub. Why are you GitHubbing me? Yeah, why are there 25,000 files? What is even happening here? This is not acceptable. Like, why? Like, why am I on GitHub prowling a maze of links to figure out what to download? I give up. I give up. Fuck this. We're not going to set the font. Computers are too stupid. All right. No, I'm too angry now. We're not going to do fonts anymore. I'm too angry. Okay. It's not fun anymore. I'm fucking pissed off. All right. Let's see if this works. Probably has like the wrong Windows SDK or something and won't build. Because you can't just compile things anymore. Comment. That's something that I changed. I didn't see a build error. Hold on. What is even happening in my universe? Oh, this is supposed to be in a if debug. I just haven't been making release builds this weekend. I think I have a macro to set that. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let me check that in. You know why? It's because I'm moving the Sokoban repository right now, so it can't actually complete the integrated build test thing while that's going, so it hasn't sent me an email about that error. Okay. Okay, so the test script is hard-coded for like frickin' 6. So I think since we're on a 32-core machine, it's time to change that. No, guys, we're done with the fonts. It wasted our time, so we're just using... See, these fonts are not the best, but I can look at them and read them and they work, so we're using them. In order to make up for the font experience we just had, we're going to have some more of this sparkling apple, which is probably flat. And a bag of tuna, and then for dessert we'll have peanut butter M&Ms. Mmm. Yo, yo, yo. Is that Martinelli's? Yes, it's like when I was a kid. I saw it at the store and I said, I have to get it. Spicy. Is this a Herman Miller embody? Yes, it is the kind of chair that I've used for years. It's very good. Hey, it's not actually totally flat. It's actually the aluminum foil held in the air pressure. Okay. So, see, I kind of want to do a speed test compiling Sokoban here, but I can't because we don't have Sokoban and the repository is not up. Well, I could check that to see if it's done. But first, we need Emacs. That's going to be exciting. Every single time I need to figure out where to put the .emacs file. The page for Emacs still has all this bullshit about the GNU operating system. It's like, guys, if after 40 years, 45 years, you haven't made it, it's not a thing. Winget install Emacs. Do you agree to all the agreement terms? Sure. They pretend Linux is a GNU operating system. Excuse me. I think you mean they pretend GNU/Linux is a GNU operating system. You're canceled. Now I get to figure out where this went. Okay, so if I go to tilde, So this is users Tekla Inc. app data roaming. So there's a .emacs.d there. So I can go to my bin folder, which has like a backup Emacs file. Now let's see what happens. Didn't find it. What? Why didn't that work? Is it because there's a .emacs in the same folder? What is going on? Why didn't that work? Hey! All right. Now we just get elisp errors. What a great error message. Guys, Lisp is the programming language of the future. Oh, it's looking for the witness. Please load the file. See, the problem is that I edit my Emacs file and then I just never save it back. So like, there's all this witness stuff in here. I don't know. Good enough. Good enough for now. Okay. Now what? Okay. Let's try this. Whoops. Blast processing. It would have been done a lot sooner, but we don't have work stealing yet. Tesco Burr. Okay. Let's set this to 0. Okay. I think we have, what? There's some keybind is wrong, and I just hit it, and it confused me. All right. Get number of processors. Okay. Oops. So now, oh man, it's picking logical processors, dude. So-called logical processors. I don't know if that's good. Maybe it's fine. Let's time it. All right. Sixty-four cores. Go. Now, some of these like launch thousands of threads, so it's a little spammy, but whatever. Okay, that was like 12 seconds. That was like 13 seconds. Okay. How long does it take to rebuild the compiler in C++? Let's debug build. Place your bets. Go. Whoop. Hold on. Hold on. I messed up the timer. And go. About 10 seconds. I need bear grap still. Oh man, dude. Bear grap is so old and busted feeling, but you're right. I don't have anything better to use. I have a license key for this somewhere. It wants me to buy. I'm just going to do this and hope it gives me the option to put in the key. How many lines of code is the compiler? Well, let's see. Dang it. Why didn't that work? Whoops. I don't remember what. Yeah. I don't know why I have this being a batch file, but all right. Sure has taken a long time. It's which column is which? 86,000 lines. A lot of that's tables, though. I think I ate too many peanut butter M&Ms, guys. I'm really feeling it now. Ugh. Ugh, I feel gross. Last time you seen it, it was 56K. Yeah, the difference is our awesome bitchin' assembly language got added, and that has a lot of tables in it. Could write my own bear grep with simp. I know. I'm tempted, believe me, but you know, there's just higher priority things to do. Okay. Now what? Let me see if the Sokoban repository claims it is done. I have to like reconnect to the server. Okay. Screen dash R. Oh, there's two detached. It's still going. We're at version, I think it's still going. Oh no, it finished. It finished. I think. Are we at revision 22,000? Is that right? Let me see what my local machine claims. SVN info Sokoban 22567. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Here I go again. I'm going to do this over here. Dude, my mouse has, I don't know, something sticky on the table. We're going to have to clean the table. Hold on. Hold on. First, let's start this checking out. On D, SVN checkout. Do we have a trunk on this one? I think so. No. Why does it keep putting my window over there? Duct tape juice. It could be. It could be. Wait. Maybe that colon was wrong. No. Nope. Oh, because I named it with an underscore. Oh, no, because it's a dump file right now. Okay, never mind, guys. I have to load the dump file. And that'll take a while. Can't open file. Oh. Have to make a repository. All right. So that's like reading the dump file. So we will wait till that's done to get Sokoban. Well, what do we do? What are other good things to set up on my PC that I'm going to want? Remedy? Well, Remedy was crashing on me last I checked. And that was probably because we were writing some debug files with a little bit of wrong information. But I haven't been using it for a while. Tarkov we've got set up. Come on. Disable updates. Yeah, I ran shutup 10 already. What is the next step for Sokoban? Depends what part of the game you're talking about. There are many categories of the game. Like, it's a big game. There's a lot happening on it. WinRAR. I suppose VLC, right? Oh, I got to get the stickiness off the desk. Hold on. That is more important than WinRAR. And honestly, I don't use WinRAR. I do use 7-zip. Is there something better than 7-zip now that I can use? I need the entire Adobe suite. Well, I kind of do. I need the PDF situation. How's the feedback been? Look, everybody wants to know how feedback for everything has been, and I just don't think about things that way. And I don't want to answer that question because it makes me think about things the way that people like. It's just not the way. It is not the way. Okay. They spoil great nature photography with random people in the foreground. Well, with this photo, it's even worse. Let's get to it. So this is supposed to be an amazing night sky photo, but it is lower res than 4K, and I'm viewing it on a 4K display. So on my screen, it's like a bunch of blurry static dots. It does not look good. So, geez. Wait. Purple bike shed. See where it's at. Oh, it's at revision 900 out of 20,000. So that's going to take a while. How full is our disk? 12%. Going to need the terminal font to be bigger. Can you not read this terminal font? It is a little small, actually. Why didn't that make it bigger? Okay, I'll just control wheel every time. I said 24, which is the highest number, and said okay. Oh wait, this composes with the wheel? Oh, that's so bad. Now I have to like close it and reopen it to know what font size that is what we're saying? Oh God. 24 save settings. It's the highest number. Is that going to save the settings though? Okay, that time it worked. Guys, ODing on peanut butter M&Ms has put me in a really weird frame of mind. I kind of don't want to do anything now. Really, the next natural step would be to wait till this Sogobon repository is done, which is probably going to take a few hours. So I would probably just look at it in the morning. And then we would download it onto this machine and compile it with the compiler and rejoice at how good it is. Did I commit that change? Oh, I didn't commit that change. You're very jealous of my peanut butter M&Ms. Casey, if you had been here half an hour ago, I could have saved some for you and like not OD'd. I am in a weird mental state because I worked out and then ate peanut butter M&Ms and a bag of tuna. FedEx lost your fudge. Didn't Jeff tell you that FedEx is fucked up? Oh, I guess that's what started the thread probably. Guys, you'll notice what's wrong with this fucking terminal. It's transparent again. Oh, good. Wait, it didn't save any of my hotkeys. I guess I didn't click the right save button somewhere. It didn't save any of the settings. Why is terminal so difficult? Because people literally cannot imagine. I don't know, dude. Like, my Commodore VIC-20 that I learned in school when I was in 10th grade had a terminal, right? It like didn't have scroll back, but it was a VIC-20. What do you fucking want, right? Like, this isn't that hard, guys. Like, guys, the mother of all demos in like 1968 had a terminal or whatever year that was. Realistically, it sucked. Well, that's because hardware was very slow. And it was the first terminal, right? But like this terminal that I'm using right now is kind of indistinguishable from what I was using in college. Like, it's got a lot more menus with all these settings, but I don't want to use any of the settings. So it's basically the same as what I used in college. which was a long ass time ago, guys. It was before many people viewing the stream were born. Sag. All right, let's go change the settings again. Woohoo. Okay, we've got to, okay. Appearance. Show the goddamn scroll bar. Give me a usable scroll bar, please. And then we've got to turn off transparency or translucency. There. Okay. Save settings. Okay, close. 420, blaze it. All right, so now it is saved. So we'll see. Let's go do our hotkeys again that we literally just did. Oh, this is so fun. F7, print, D, build x64, release, okay. Hope I got that right. F5. Okay. So we don't have Sokoban yet, but like in theory. Thought I was supposed to be turning 20 this year. I mean, you know. Let's see if that's saved. Yay, okay. Well, maybe that'll actually stay saved. Okay. I don't really know. Like, I do kind of eventually want to install like the Adobe stuff that I use sagely. Affinity Photo. The peanut M&Ms have sapped my energy. But this is it's going to be nice. We got a new PC. It does things. I don't understand how there's like a new Visual Studio icon when it's the old. Maybe it downloads the newest installer regardless. Or maybe that's just the icon for the installer and it's okay, yeah, this is the old icon. I don't know, everybody. I don't know what to do. This might be the place to end the stream for now. Let me try switching to my other actual thing here, which nobody will care about. Hopefully that didn't break my microphone, which it could have. Nope, it didn't. Okay, so this is the base station that we were using, and it is the wrong one for these headphones. So Geege on that. In what year will Visual Studio become so slow that opening a project takes so long that the next version comes out before you can open it? I think Ray Kurzweil has some graphs about that. Isn't that like his whole deal? We are up to version 1935. No troll. Out of 22,000. So why, by the way, guys, you know, we've got this new server that I am renting, right? It's like a Red Hat or something. I don't know what it is. One of those. And like, I'm doing sysadmin stuff that takes hours. And fortunately, I learned a long time ago that the thing that you do if you're running stuff like that is you use Screen or like Tmux or something. I use Screen, right? And you run the thing and then you detach and go do your stuff and come back later so that it doesn't kill the process due to you accidentally hanging up or whatever, right? Like, how is that not the way that everything works by default now? It's the year 2022. Like, why do I need to run the Screen to do that? It just... Like, guys, I learned how to run Screen in 1989. It was literally the decade of Baywatch. I think Baywatch was 80s. It was literally the decade of Miami Vice when I learned how to run Screen. Airwolf. Yes, it was the decade of Airwolf. Good times. Shame about that actor, though. It was Knight Rider in the 80s. I thought Baywatch was late 80s, though. Here we go. When did Baywatch air? September 22, 1989. Okay. So it started in 89 and then went into 90s. It was mostly 90s, to be fair. So like I literally learned how to use Screen at the dawn of Baywatch. All right. That's what we're saying. Baywatch is known for using slow motion when the lifeguards are running. Spin-offs: Baywatch Nights, Thunder in Paradise. It's all Docker and Kubernetes these days. I mean, can you blame people? I mean, yes, you can, but still, if you make your operating system unusable enough, people will try to use it as little as possible, right? Like, what? It's the natural culmination of what people have been building. Font must have been using Docker. True. 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 Is it like one file per glyph in that thing or whatever? Why was it 26,000 files? Well, yeah, that might be it. I'm kind of thinking I'm just gonna chill. Like, I don't even want to play Tarkov because that'll amp me up at 11 p.m. and I kind of want to sleep. Just draw? I do not draw. Just one scav run. Yeah. So yeah, I think what should happen is tomorrow morning, hopefully I'll be able to pull down the Sokoban distribution, and then we will be able to develop video game as normal on this machine, and that'll be great. So yeah, thanks everybody. We will be able to deliver many times the value. Because as you know, my speed at programming is basically proportional to the number of cores that I have to use. Right? So there's going to be so much more value. All right. Thanks, everybody. And I'll see you later on. Good night.